Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I'm back for another inspired by Pinterest. This one is posted by Junk Journal Joy, and it's a DIY vintage glassine paper. So you could use this paper for anything. She's using it as a pocket, and that's the same thing I'm going to use it for. I thought it would be great for my witchy journal. So I'm thinking I'm going to do just a kind of a flip through of this. I'm not going to pull everything out of pockets. It's just one of you lovely ladies asked me if I would just flip through it, and so I shall do that. And when it's completely finished, I'll do a whole flip through where I take everything out and I'll do all that stuff. But so far, this is what we have. I've done some stuff without you guys. Like I did this yesterday. And yeah, so I've got a few other things ready to put in there. I did this last page and signed it, so it's all getting ready. I wanted to make one of these glassine bags to put on the last. I have two flaps, tabs left on that journal, so I want to make one of these. This totally reminds me of if you've ever gotten like a library book or an old book and it's got that super fine glassine, which is what she says. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about, and you hardly ever see it. So when I saw this video, it's a little like a TikTok or whatever, I was like, that is cool. So I'm hoping mine turns out right. So what I have is just a piece of tracing paper, and I got mine, I believe, off of Amazon. I don't know. Anyway, it's Aunt Martha's tracing paper. That's all I know. So we're gonna, I think it's kind of a mamagami, I think that's how you say that, but instead of lotion, she used coconut oil. I have no idea if there's a difference between the two because I've never done mamagami, so I don't really know, but I'm gonna use coconut oil like she did. So I'm just gonna get a little bit in my hand here with a spoon, and I don't think you need very much because I don't want it like to be really greasy or anything. And I'm just going to put it on my hands, and then I'm going to crumple this. And while I crumple it, sorry for the noise, but that's just kind of part of it. I'm going to just keep opening it and rubbing so that hopefully that coconut oil gets to all the parts of the page. I just don't want to put a ton on there, so try to do it with just that little bit that I did put on my hand. I mean, you can always add more, but if you get too much, you can't take it away. So I would say use as little as possible, basically. And just try to kind of spread it around. And I'm sure people have questions, well, won't that get oil on your journal? I have no idea because I've never done this before. So it's very possible, but hopefully after we put it, I'm going to also use some inks and stuff on it. So I'm hoping that will help with any of that. And the cool part about coconut oil, I feel like, is it does soak in. It doesn't have a lot of scent. So hopefully, you know, it'll just be a nice glassine effect. And we'll see how it turns out. And then we'll make a pocket out of it once I get it all dry and everything. Try to get it to all the parts. I mean, a lot of those edges you aren't going to use because I probably won't use the whole entire piece of it, but plus your hand will be all nice and soft when you get done. there's the benefit, right? I want to say hugs and blessings to Mitzi, Wendy, Donna, and Catherine. Thank you guys so much for always leaving kind comments. Thank you for watching my channel regularly. I really appreciate all of you. Welcome to new subscribers, and welcome back to those of you that have watched me for a long time or a short time. I know I couldn't do this without you guys, so thank you. All right, I think that's good. We're gonna put that spoon over there, close this up. And I think what I'm gonna do, this paper's tougher than I thought it was. I was worried it would, you know, tear apart or fall apart really easy. And I'm going to use my sprays, my Distress Oxide sprays and water, because I don't want to get it like too dark. I'm kind of getting some of this oil off. It's kind of why I've avoided the Mamagami, because I just wasn't sure about, like a lot of people will probably ask, having that oil in the journal. I have no idea if it does anything or not, because I've never done this. This is my first try, so don't know. We're gonna find out, huh? I mean, you can already see it kind of takes that fogginess of the tracing paper away, which definitely gives you more of that look of the old paper, although it's not wrinkled, and this is, but I'm not sure how else you would do it. Maybe when she put it into coffee, and that might be how she got the wrinkles out of it more. Definitely makes your hands soft. So I'm gonna put some water on here first, I think. It's all an experiment for me too. Just looked fun. Wanted to try it, so I figured, why not? I'm actually gonna get another piece of paper. So like she put hers in a cup of coffee. Totally feel free to do that. I just want to try it with the Distress Oxides. And I don't want it super duper dark. Maybe in a few spots, but for the most part I want it pretty light, because that's kind of how that stuff is. Feel free to fast forward at any time. Husband is home today, so if you hear any noises, he's actually building my desk for me because he's sweet like that. I think those dark spots, oh yeah, they are dark. I thought they were just soaked through to the other paper, but they're right on top. Another way might have been to ink it all first, huh? Didn't even think of that until just now. More water makes it better, I think. I'm trying to find my water. What are you guys up to? Anything? It's a beautiful day here today. I mean, other than the fact that I had to end my walk early because there was thunder and lightning, but it did rain, poured, and now the sun's just starting to peek out, but it's a little bit cooler, so I'm like, oh yay. I'm ready for just a little cool down. Not cold, not cold. I never said cold. just like 70s, 80s. That's all. That's what we're supposed to be for the rest of the week, so I hope so. I'm ready. I don't know if you want to put any on this side. I don't think it really matters. Get a little bit of that off. It really sticks to wherever it is, which is crazy. Because you'd think it would just slide right off of there. I'll lighten it up a little because you just want kind of that patina. You don't necessarily, unless you do want dark spots. That's like your choice, of course. But all right, I'm gonna get this dry and then I'll come back and we can check it out together. I'll be right back. Okay, I have it all dry now. I did go ahead because it was starting to look frosted again. So I took and just did a tiny bit more coconut oil and I just rubbed flat like this for a bit. And you can probably even see it on here a little bit. And I think that's good. So what I want is a pocket that's about 4 by 4.5 roughly. And I mean, it doesn't have to be exact or anything, but that's kind of what I'm looking for. So all we're doing is making like the basic coin envelope thing. So I'm just gonna fold in my sides where I think I want them. And you don't have, you can make these any size that'll fit in your journals. So it's not like you have to do my measurements or anything like that. So if I fold it there, let's see. Folded. Yeah, that's just a tiny bit more, maybe. Yeah, that's about right there. And then you can just trim off the extra and you can use it for something else, which is also nice. And I think I'll use scissors simply because I don't really want the oil on my cutter. And I know I won't cut straight, but you know what we could also do is probably tear it. Use my metal ruler to do that. That way I don't end up with as much of that deckly edge on it. So I'm not doing a whole lot today. Just gonna make a couple of videos to get myself back caught up. You'll notice yesterday I did not make one. I had to go get my oil changed and I just ran out of time in my day. So sorry about that. Some days it just can't be helped. Because life, you know. Okay. So we got that. And then we're going to fold up the bottom. Wherever you want the bottom to be. Just exactly like a coin envelope. We're not going to do the top flap though. We're just making a pocket. And then we're going to cut away this inside stuff that we don't need, that inside part of the, we just need one little flap there. And I go just above it a tiny bit, just gives it a, so nothing's getting caught in the fold. And then do a little, one of those. And I don't want it this tall either, like I mentioned. I want it about 4.5 tall. So I'll have to cut some off too. Or tear. I know that if you want to see more about Mamagami, because I don't know a ton about it, pretty sure Gail Augustinelli has done a video, and don't ask me how to spell it because I have no idea. But I think Joey Cardmaker did a video too. I'm not sure. But a lot of people were doing it for a while, so you've probably seen it already. Oh, I need to glue this close too. And then I'll just cut off the top. You could use some kind of double stick tape too. I just don't have any, so whatever you like. The best for sticking. Okay. And like I said, 4.5. Halfway there is fine. It doesn't have to be exact because that was giving me a little bit of leeway, so I'm not going to worry about that. I would like it to be semi-straight. Okay. So that should give us a pretty good pocket for, oh my goodness, if you can open it, for our journal. And you can see it's definitely transparent. So that glue will dry clear. I mean, I'm sure you'll be able to see it a little bit. So that's going to be your choice if what you want to glue it closed with. So I just want to make sure. I might have to take off a little bit more. Probably not. So it'll glue onto the tabs. I think it'll be just fine. All right. So then what else we're going to do? Rub our hands together some more. Is make a card to go inside. You'll see she did the butterflies, and so mine's going to be a little bit similar to that. I'm going to use moths instead, but similar. And she has a tear in hers. I don't really think I want a tear in mine. I think I just want it to be solid piece. Get this, just a little ink, because I can't ever resist. I don't think this would punch very well. It might, like if you wanted a thumb notch, you'd just probably have to use a piece of paper with it to get it to punch. I think I'm just going to leave it, and I'll put like some type of ribbon or something on the top. So I'm going to use this old piece of paper as my tag, journal card, what have you, because it's just very cool and I like it, but we need to put it on something else. I'm going to use my sister's clove paper. Cloves. She dyed it with cloves. It doesn't smell like cloves, which is crazy. We were both like, wow, I would have imagined it would smell like cloves. So then I'll glue it on, and it'll be a little kind of a booklet. Do I want that side? I think I'll do this side. I kind of like that side that it has no pictures, so I think I'll go that way with it. And this was gifted to me, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Love those old book pages. Marlene, I think, is the one that sent those. Sorry, like I said, once I take, stuff out of their packages and whatever, it's hard to remember because it's a piece of paper that goes in my paper stash. So, but I do thank you guys for those kind of gifts. fabric. I do have my fan going if you can hear it. It's on pretty low. Just want to get that nice cool air in before it gets hot. It's supposed to heat up, you know, in the 80s. That's not bad, but it does get a little warm. But I will take it, yes indeed, over the 100-degree stuff. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it like that with the little nicks and whatever. It's fine. And then now it's a little booklet to go in and out of that bag. And a fantastic base. So what kind of projects have you guys been up to lately? Any of you doing Halloween? I know some people, it's not their thing, I totally know. But I do find it enjoyable. I don't like decorate a whole bunch or anything in my house. I mean, I might do like a jack-o'-lantern or a couple of those little needle felted pieces that I've done that are not very big, but cute. But I've always liked to do kind of crafty projects or whatever. If you've watched me for a while, I've talked about it before. When I was a kid, I used to love to draw haunted houses, like just, you know, the fronts of houses with all the ghosts and whatever. I don't know, I just thought that was so fun. And I dressed up as a witch pretty much every year for a long time. So that was my favorite costume. It's just an easy one, you know. Paint your face green, put on a hat, cape, off you go. So I need to make sure this isn't too tall. That would probably be smart, because I don't want it to hang out of the journal. Oh my goodness. It is always a little tricky with these types of bags, because they're a little floppy. They're not rigid. So if it goes on to this flap here and we close it, is it going to hang out? No. Okay. Oh geez, I just shoved off my... have a little chair back there that I was setting stuff on. And I knocked off my bin for my fall journal I'm working on, because I try to keep the papers together as much as possible. It doesn't always work, but I try. It's stuck together right there. All right, so on this, it's gonna go this way as we saw, but this I'll orient up and down. But on the front of it, I do want, I was thinking one of these leaves might look kind of cool. Those autumn type leaves. Maybe these mushrooms I wanted to try with it. Those are Tim Holtz mushrooms. I had one of these that said botany. Somewhere in here. I wish I would have grabbed it. I was like, oh, well, the butterflies aren't botany, or the moths aren't botany, so I didn't grab it. And then afterwards, I was like, I could put other stuff on the front. And now I don't know where the botany one is, so we might have to use something else. Gotta use that one. I don't know where the botany one went, so I'm not gonna worry about it. So this is a Tim Holtz stamp, but you, as I showed you guys the other day, if you don't have those, you can just use a stamp from your yard. Or stamp. Use a stamp from your yard, yeah. How about a leaf from your yard? Use the leaf like a stamp is what I'm trying to say. But words and all that. Because words. This is a, I think I said Tim Holtz mushroom. Must have had it the other way before, but I kind of like it this way. Yeah, something like that'll work. All right, let's get those glued down. You can still see plenty of the bag. Oh, do I have it? Yes. I was like, do I have it the right direction? After all that. On the other side, I might put like a little writing spot or something like that on there. So I think that will work nicely. So yeah, you could decorate these a million ways. Like you could do a shabby chic style. You could, you know, whatever the style is that you like, you could definitely use these. Nice little glassine bags that you made yourself. I mean, you can buy glassine bags, but I like that super thin. You can't buy those super thin ones that I know of anyways. So I do like, this has that look to it, which is nice. All right, for this one, I want to use 2 of these. And those are the freebie that I gave out, the moth freebie. And I might just put I didn't know if I wanted any of these. I just grabbed stuff that I thought might look good. It might be fun to like put a couple on there. Like stapled or something. So it might be a smaller one than that. Just for something fun. Like this one. Stapled onto the specimen tag. I think I like that. This one away. I don't need these then. And tiny attacher. We gotta mess these up a little bit first. Okay, I don't think I need that. I might use this. Could just kind of, it's really matchy though to that paper, so I probably won't use that. I think I paper cut my pinky. Yeah, it looks like it. It's screaming at me. Why is a little tiny cut like that so annoying? I mean, it's not even anything. It's not happy right now. Never actually seen a purple moth, but I just thought they would be fun, so I made some. Maybe they exist. I have no idea. They do in my little brain. All right, so we're gonna put these on here, just because I think that's fun. Rather than the top, there's a little spot there, so that's where I'm gonna put that one. Histology. Not really anything to do with these, but hey, whatever. It looks cool, right? And I'm just gonna put that behind there just as like a, I don't know, whatever. Another layer, right? Do I want this leaf? Like maybe that's where you find them, is around this kind of plant. Don't know if I want this. There's a littler one. What did they do with it? Oh, it's right here. Or a different shape. It's the same as that one, just the smaller version. I think I want that one. So I am going to cut that out. If you want to fast forward, feel free, because it's going to take me a minute. The birds are just happy as can be today, singing away after the rain. It really dumped. Big thunder and lightning too, like shook the whole bathroom floor. I was in there drying my hair, and wow. Crazy. Yeah, I go up this big hill right near us, and I got to the top and looked out, and oh my goodness, the lightning. I was like, oh, I need to get back. They said it wasn't going to rain today, but they were wrong. It was just going to be cloudy. So that's why I went. Yeah, like this one's just a little too wide. I like that one better. Better. All right, we're gonna get this one glued down. I think I'll just use this. Maybe if I can actually get it on the paper. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to tear apart my room here. That's gonna be interesting for getting videos done. So again, if you don't see me, that's why. Trying to help my back. You guys are awesome though. You have already said make sure you do that for your back. It's like, yeah, because it's gonna get to the point where I can't do it. Never had back problems at all. At all. Knock on wood, but probably should have waited to put that purple butterfly on there, huh? Oh yeah, looky there. Will this one still fit? Yes, okay. Definitely want liquid glue on this one because of the staples. tuck it right under his wing. I like the way that's a little dimensional with those on top of there. That is fun. Ink this. Getting double use out of these leaves. These ones I just didn't do the ink thing on. So they got a little more of the Halloween witchy look. Kind of heavy on this side, but that's the way it goes. Yeah, I like that. I like it a lot. That'll go in here. This will get stitched around and fabric. I could do that real quick and come back. And then we'll put it in the book. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I stitched around. I did remember to open it first. I almost didn't, but I did. So we're getting a delivery right now, so sorry if you hear the banging and clanging. So that'll go in there like that, and then we'll put it in our journal. Couldn't find it for a minute. It was right there. So this will get glued on right there. And that'll hang out, but I'm not worried about that. So let's do that. So this piece of paper was dyed by my sister as well, using coffee and rusty pieces of, you know, metal. And it turned out so awesome and dark. I thought, I was like, it's perfect for this journal. I do want that in there a bit so that it doesn't hang over. Sometimes the easiest way is to turn it to the side, scoot it up just a skosh, and hopefully when we close it, yeah, just that hangs out. Okay, as long as nothing else hangs out, we're good. You don't want your pocket hanging out. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world, but I just like to keep as much in as possible. It is a little tricky with the tabs to keep it in there, but yeah, definitely fun. And I do like the effect. It's not, mine's not quite as like clear transparent as hers, but I'm almost wondering if hers had more of the coconut oil on there, and I just don't want it to get oily all over everything, so I didn't want that. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you give it a try. I don't know a lot about Mamagami, but if you've done it before, then you'll probably know more than I will. And with that, I will let you go. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and we'll chat again soon. Love ya. Bye.